Buff Nation, what up? It's your man's Harry Billion. It's the day after Christmas. It's better late than never, right? Merry Christmas, Buff Nation. Listen, God was already good to us, and Santa was already good to us. Not everybody's religious, so I understand that. So let's just say Santa was already good to us. Before Christmas, we went down the list. We got a whole lot of people out of the transfer portal. We were knocking on that transfer portal real hard, and Santa was great to us. But guess what? If you're extra good, Santa's gonna give you more and more because it's the gift that keeps on giving. So we got a whole lot more out of that transfer portal on Christmas Day. We hit the transfer portal again. We said, come on, Santa, you know we good for it. We been good. So Santa said, yeah, boy, I got you. Fishing in the transfer portal, we are ranked number 2, right behind Arizona State. Arizona State, I don't understand what you're doing, man. Stop trying to mess with this train, because we're coming. All right, guys, so I got a lot to cover today. We're about to get busy, but you know what to do. I'm only on 2 platforms. YouTube, press subscribe. TikTok, press the follow button. This time, guys, I need you to press like and please comment. I need you guys to talk to me. Let me know that I'm either doing a bad job or a good job. Come on now, y'all gotta say something. If I'm giving you valuable information to update you, to keep you informed, keep you in the know for Buff Nation, you can just reward me by commenting, be like, yo, Harry, good information, good stuff. Give me a fire emoji, something to help out the algorithm, to do that dance that the algorithm does by sharing the video to other Buff Nation or other Buffaloes. There's so much to cover. Let's get busy. This is good news and a little bit of not so bad news, but I have some questions now because we're going a little bit further along. I got some questions for Buff Nation. Some serious questions we got to start asking ourselves to make sure we're not just some happy-go-lucky fans. We got to ask some questions. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's talk about the recruits and the transfer portal. Let's go. We know Shador's doing his thing. We know he's already signed, so he's going to be our quarterback, but every team needs depth. Because what happens? People get nicked up, things happen, you get hurt. I'm not saying Shador's going to get hurt, but I'm just saying, if he gets tired, somebody needs to go in. We need somebody who's capable of throwing that ball. So we got a couple of quarterbacks already, but we need to make sure that we add a little bit more depth to the team, to the roster, to make sure that we are able to close the season off strong. You're only as good as the people that are down that list. It's not even down the bench. Maybe he will be number 1. We're talking about Casey Weissman, 6'2", 180 pounds, Speedy Gonzalez quarterback that we're adding to this depth chart. They all got to compete for it. Deion is fair and he's always fair. If you know anything about how Deion coaches and you follow him from high school, I don't care if you're his son, you got to earn your spot. And that's fair. He's going to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity. So Casey Weissman is going to get an opportunity. If he's stronger, faster, and much better than Shador, guess who's going to be starting on game day? Comes opening season, it's going to be Casey Weissman. So we're adding Casey Weissman to the quarterback depth. We're going to keep an eye on him. Make sure that you keep Shador in line. I follow this kid all the way from high school on their YouTube series, man. I know Shador's the truth, but listen, things happen. So you need to make sure that you got people down the line that you can trust and that you can count on when that time comes. This kid can play. He got an arm, he got speed. He can throw on the run. He can do a whole lot of things that we need at that quarterback position. We got Casey Weissman. Let's go to the next one. So we got quarterbacks that can throw and that can play. So we need weapons for these quarterbacks. We went to Nebraska and we yanked one. We went through the back door and we was like, hey, hello, Nebraska, how you doing? Remember that two-way player? I'm not even gonna call his name because I was banking in that kid. I'm like, dude, man, you gonna eat our food and you're not gonna sign with us? Okay, that's cool. So we said, okay, fine. I'm not calling his name. You was in Nebraska from Blackman High School. I understand that you wanted to stay home because you are a true Cornhusker. He was a two-way player that we missed out on. But you know how closer Deion does. If Deion has a vendetta to settle, if he has a score to settle, he's going to go right in your backyard and snatch somebody from your backyard, and we're going to get him. We snatched Omarion Miller from the Cornhusker, a wide receiver that's going to be a problem come game day. This kid can play. This kid can ball. He got some legs on him. He can run. He can catch. He got glue on his hand, so when that ball hit his hand, it gets stuck. You know what I'm talking about. Buff Nation, stand up for Omarion Miller. Let's go. We got another ball catcher. We're turning our attention now to the number 2 tight end in the nation. I'm going to repeat that. I said the number 2 tight end in the nation. Number 2. when the game is on the line, you need a tight end. You need a good tight end. Somebody who's built, somebody who's stocky, somebody who can smack somebody in the mouth, in the face, give them a nosebleed. I'm talking about none other than Sadu Chirard. We're just going to call him Troy. Sadu, welcome to Buff Nation. Stand up, Buff Nation, for this speed demon, for this beefy dude, for this stocky dude that's going to make sure that line is tight. Congratulations to Mr. Closer, Deion Primetime Sanders, for closing on Troy. It's about to be a problem for the other side, man. Let's go to the next one, guys. Closing off our list, it looks like Uncle Deion planning on throwing this ball. We want the opposing team to be chasing us all day, right? I'm not saying we ain't gonna be stacked on defense, but the offense is looking scary. The opposing team is about to be like, coach, who we got? So listen, we're adding another wide receiver, man. Jimmy Horn Jr. Jimmy, what up, baby? Welcome to Buff Nation. He ain't the tallest wide receiver at 5'9", 170 pounds. He's not the tallest and the strongest wide receiver, but the dude can run. If you can run past your opponent, get down the field, when that ball gets there, all you gotta do is catch it. Deion's gonna be like, yo, listen, shorty, run down the field. Remember Forrest Gump? So they told Forrest, you see this ball? This is a football. Take this football and just run down the field. Forrest just kept running. He was scoring so much, the other team was like, what is going on? Who is this dude? That's how they're going to be talking about Jimmy Horn. JR can play. If you think 5'9", wide receiver 5'9" can't play, you better think again. Look at how this kid can run. This kid can ball. He's ready to go. Our wide receiver depth, it's about to be a problem for the opposing team. In these clubs, in these other locker rooms where these other coaches, they're like, how he get that one? What happened over there? How was he able to go ahead and go to Nebraska and yank one? What in the world is going on? You know what it is? Man, when the noise is coming, when the train is moving, people gonna get on it. When the attention is on you, people gonna wanna ride with you. We the hottest thing spinning for real in college football. Ain't nobody got us. Sheesh. So all of this being said, we're excited. There's a lot of excitement going on. We're making a lot of noise in football, in college football. A lot of teams are looking at us. A lot of eyes are looking at us. Haters, lovers, people who don't care, casual fans, somewhere in the middle, and everywhere in between. All eyes are on Buff Nation. I got some serious questions, some things I think we need to start thinking about. So the question I want to ask us is, are we being overhyped? I want you to let that sink in for 1 second. Do y'all think we're being overhyped? Is that going to hurt us down the line? You do understand overhype can cause some problems. Did you watch the Celebration Bowl? North Carolina Central came and smacked us in the mouth. Y'all remember LeVar Ball, right? One of my favorite parents in all of sports. Y'all remember when the NBA draft came around and everybody was talking about Lonzo Ball? Y'all remember Lonzo Ball being so hyped? He was hyped all the way to number 2, got drafted by the Lakers. Guess what the repercussions were about the hype? There are consequences. There are prices to pay. Some player from the opposite team is in the mirror with a target on us. It's in the mirror with a red dot. Some kid is getting upset somewhere on somebody's team from one of these schools. You remember Patrick Beverly? Patrick Beverly had a red dot on Lonzo Ball. Patrick Beverly was in his mirror. That dude had blood in his eyes. He was gunning for Lonzo Ball. Patrick Beverly was ready. When it came game day, Patrick Beverly was not playing. He was smacking that kid around. Was it Lonzo Ball's fault? No, it wasn't Lonzo's fault. Lonzo was just so happy to be in the NBA. He's a youngster. He's probably seen Patrick Beverly play before, and he probably had some respect for him. But Patrick Beverly was not playing when it came down to Lonzo Ball on game day. Patrick Beverly gave him the works. He was a problem. Patrick was not playing and he was not happy. That was all because of the hype that was surrounding Lonzo Ball when it came draft day. I set that up and I said all of that to say, what do you think this hype that we have right now on us, all eyes being on us, being the hottest thing spinning, having the most attention right now in all of college football, what is going to happen to us come game day? Because I know a lot of players got blood in their eyes for Buff Nation. Somebody's in the mirror right now, like Patrick Beverly with a red dot. Somebody's like, all right, we'll see come game day. Some running back is like, boy, he putting that stuff on his face. He's getting ready. Are we overhyped? Because I feel like all of this hype is going to cost us something, because Jackson State was hyped in the media because North Carolina Central with their quarterback Davius Richard came to play. On game day, they showed up and they smacked us in the mouth. They're like, you can have the media, but we're going to have that scoreboard. We're not in a small conference. We're in the Pac-12. We're in a major conference. These other teams are not laying down because we got all this hype. Put your thoughts in the comments. Are we being overhyped? Is all of this hype going to hurt us come game day? Is somebody going to run over there and just hit somebody just because? What do you think is going to happen? If you're a hater, put it in the comments. You're not going to win 2 games. I get that. The detractors are going to come and they're going to say what they got to say. I want Buff Nation to talk also. Don't just sit back and let the haters have the comments. I know people are thinking this because there's 4, 5, 3 stars on the other teams as well. So when you line up all of the stars, which star is going to rise the most? I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not trying to put no bad news over all of this good news that we got on Christmas Day. I just got some questions that I think we need to start thinking about. Some kid is getting upset that he's not getting the media attention that our guys are getting. There are channels now dedicated to Colorado football. Mine is one of them. TLP Sports Club, it's one of them. There's a lot of them. There are people who have channels that have nothing to do with football that are now reporting on Colorado football, because this is where the excitement is. This is where the views are. All of these players, as soon as they hit the transfer portal and they commit to Colorado, guess what? There's a YouTuber like myself that is making a video and shining a light on this kid. So Colorado football is exciting right now. Buff Nation is growing. BWB, we're growing. That's Bandwagon Buffs, we're growing. And a lot of us are here because of Deion. Do you think that the players that we're getting, do you think we are well justified and this hype is going to help us to rank higher and also smack some mouths when it comes game day? I'm not saying I'm scared or nothing like that. I'm just being cautious. It's really helping us to get the recruits, but is it going to hurt us in where people come for us? And when they come, are we going to be able to answer the question that they're coming for? Let's see how tough you are. If you were to ask me that question, I think we're going to be ready for that. I don't think we're going to be some pushovers. I just want to be cautious. Buff Nations, that's what I have for you today. Smash that follow button on TikTok. Smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Please like and share the video. Most importantly, I need you to comment TRP Sports Club. Blah!